What's up, guys? Yesterday we had what I would call one of the most boring days in the NBA playoffs, but we also had some drama around it in other sports. Let's get into it. Let's start with that drama. So, with that drama, Kenny Mayne. If you guys don't know Kenny Mayne, he is an ESPN reporter or was an ESPN reporter. Yesterday was his last day working for ESPN, the last show that he put on. Aaron Rodgers came on. They're good friends. So, Aaron Rodgers came on and kind of just stirred the tea a little bit. He talked to Kenny about everything that was going on, told him, hey, we're planning on, like, he was talking about the Packers and him breaking up like it was a divorce. He used the, what's that? Is it Wedding Crashers? Where Vince Vaughn, they're talking about like splitting up the miles, like you get some miles, you get some miles. Hey, throw some miles our way if you want. Like, however it works. He's talking like that, like, hey, we're getting a divorce, we're splitting everything up, like it'll all be good. So in his mind, they're done. He's done with the Packers. He said, Adam Schefter quoted Aaron Rodgers on the Kenny Mayne show. It's never been about the draft pick. Picking Jordan, I love Jordan. He's a great kid. I love the coaching staff. I love my teammates. I love the fan base in Green Bay. It's just about a philosophy and maybe forgetting it is about the people that make things go. So Aaron, he kept basically saying, like, it's not about Jordan Love. Jordan's a great guy. He gets a bad rap and everything because of this situation that he was forced into. The difference is this year, the Buccaneers took Kyle Trask in the second round. Nobody cares. Tom Brady doesn't care. They need to get ready for the future. That's totally fine. The difference is Aaron Rodgers was in the NFC Championship, almost made it to the Super Bowl. They're thinking, okay, we're just one weapon away. Like, let's add something. Let's add a weapon and we'll get there. And then they take their first round pick and say, nope, we're going to prepare for the future with this. Which you just have to balance that. Like, if you're that close, go all in for right now. Like, you can get somebody for the future next round or next year or something, but give me somebody so we can make it to the Super Bowl and win. And then Aaron Rodgers comes out and he wins the MVP. Like, he plays out of his mind. And it's like, well, if you guys would have, for any of you who watched the Packers this year, there's a questionable call at the end of the game, or a questionable call by the coaches at the end of the game to kick a field goal instead of go for it. That may have gotten them to the Super Bowl. Who knows? But the fact that he played so well after all of this, and they had taken Jordan Love instead of a receiver, I think just like adds to his point and proves like, yeah, no, they're not going all in. They're only preparing for the future. It's pretty weak. And so in his mind, it definitely seemed like Aaron Rodgers is done. He's out. He thinks it's done. I guess we'll see if the Packers oblige. They keep talking about they're doing OTAs right now, so optional training, and he didn't show up. No surprise to anybody, but they keep talking about hopefully he'll show up. Guess we'll see. More in the NFL. Shannon Sharpe on Skip and Shannon. He pulls out his phone in the middle of them recording. He's like, I'm going to call Julio, because they were talking about whether Julio will stay in Atlanta. Skip's like, no, he should go to the Cowboys. And Julio Jones answers the phone, and he asks him, and he's like, nah, man, I'm out. I'm out of here. And so he's out of Atlanta, at least in his head. He's out of Atlanta right now. And then he's like, yeah, but we're not talking about the Cowboys. Like, that hasn't even come up yet. So I don't think we're talking about the Cowboys at all. And I don't know if he knew he was on TV. That's what nobody knows, if he knew he was on TV. He was answering the questions like so bluntly, not like whenever you're on camera or something, you always try to like give a soft response. He was not like that at all. I don't think he knew he was on TV, and he was just saying like, nope, I'm out of Atlanta, and Cowboys isn't an option that they're talking about right now, but there are options apparently. So he thinks he's gone. It was super weird. If he didn't know he was on TV, I'd be pissed at Shannon, but I love it as the viewer because it added to the drama of the whole situation. So there's your drama. There's your NFL news. Now let's cover the NBA action, which I thought would have been the first thing we covered, except it was really boring. So the Bucks Heat was the early game. The Bucks legitimately held a 30-point lead since the second quarter on. They completely dominated this game. A talking point that what people are going to be talking about is in the second or third quarter, Trevor Ariza tackled Giannis, and it kind of looked like, some people are saying like it was a tackle, just a hard foul, so he wouldn't make the shot, which he didn't. And then he was like trying to help him up still, but then they go to the ground and he like does a push up off of Giannis's chest to get up. And he ended up getting called with a flagrant. And so a lot of people are mad about that in Milwaukee. I kind of Trevor Ariza is kind of crazy at times. You know, when he was in the Trailblazers, I was at a game, a Jazz Trailblazers game, when he like thought there was a foul and he turned around and just screamed at the ref. So I kind of think Trevor Ariza is a little crazy. So I definitely think it was a intentional like I'm going to show you I'm tougher than you, so I'm going to do a push up off your chest. But people will be talking about that because there's nothing else to talk about because the Bucks dominated them by 30 points the entire game. The biggest storyline, other than that, what actually caused the win, the Bucks shot super well. They shot like 42% from three, and they completely dominated the Heat on the rebounds. It was like 36 rebounds for the Heat, 61 rebounds for the Bucks, I believe. So they almost doubled their rebounds. So the Bucks are now up 2-0. We'll move to the other game, the Nuggets and Trailblazers. In this one, the Nuggets were down 0-1 in the series, right? And they kind of got a lead in the second quarter and held it most of the game as well. This one felt more competitive and more intense because Dame just like they'd be down and he'd come from half court and just hit crazy shots. He ended up with 42, I believe. But Giannis ended up with 38. So it was like the two stars definitely controlled the game. And in the end, the Nuggets just had more around their star. Jokic had more supporting cast that night than the Trailblazers did. And the Trailblazers had, I think it was like about 10 more turnovers than the Nuggets. So that hurt as well. Now, let's go and look at the games for tonight. We got the Celtics Nets. The Celtics started super hot in that first game and then still ended up losing it. So we'll see if they can have that same start and hold it this game. The Lakers Suns. We'll see if the Lakers can get on the board. They don't want to go down 0-2 right now for sure. And then Mavericks Clippers. Again, the Mavericks are up 1-0 right now, so excited to see that and how it plays out. And real fast, anybody who's interested in baseball, go through your scores here real fast. Just take a look, get the scores that you want to see, whoever your team is. And thanks for being a busy fan. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.